You can believe in eternal families and still treat them like a nice church teaching instead of a covenant reality. Not because you reject the doctrine, but because you slowly reduce it to information instead of eternal reality. Belief is not the same thing as living it. President Oaks wasn't just reminding us that families matter. He was clarifying that the family is ordained of God, and it is central to the Creator's plan, and that we need to actively live and teach the gospel truths in our home. Families aren't just social units, they are the foundational units of eternity. The plan of salvation is designed to exalt the children of God in eternal families. If we misunderstand that, we may misunderstand the purpose of the plan of salvation. Most believe marriage is sacred, but it ends at death. Until death do us part, it was never meant to be the end. The restoration restored and taught God's doctrine that families can be together forever, as eternal families and as the foundational unit of eternity. The restoration returned priesthood authority, temple ordinances, and sealing keys to the earth, and the knowledge that heaven is covenantal and not individual. You will not be exalted alone. The gospel's intended destination is to exalt the children of God into eternal families. President Oaks taught that the plan of salvation is all about families. That is revealed doctrine. The doctrine of eternal families has not evolved over time. It was revealed by God. Families aren't just social units. They are the foundational units of eternity. That is restoration reality. President Oaks warned about declining marriage and declining birth rates. This isn't a cultural commentary, it's covenant erosion. When eternity becomes detached from daily life, convenience, personal achievement, and temporary success become central and most important to us in our lives. We begin building our families around convenience instead of covenant. Families become optional. The plan of salvation is structured around eternal families and is our destination. Eternal families are the purpose of that plan. If we lose that understanding, we can misunderstand the plan itself. Families cannot be an optional priority. Belief in eternal families is not the same as living this eternal doctrine. Our lives should be centered on the gospel of Jesus Christ, not around temporal priorities. The real question isn't, do I believe in eternal families? The real question is, am I building my life around Christ and prioritizing doctrinal truth? Are we praying together as a family, counseling together, teaching temple identity intentionally? Are we turning off distractions? Or do we just assume our kids will simply absorb it? President Oaks called parents and grandparents master teachers. We will find the time to intentionally teach our children the gospel of Jesus Christ and of our eternal salvation and exaltation as we turn our devices off and turn our family time on. The way that we live our lives and prioritize our days and our weeks matters more than what we think, and that should shape and possibly even change how we are living today. This does not mean perfection or that family life is perfect. Divorce, death, struggle, those are all real, and President Oaks acknowledges that. Eternal families are not built by flawless people. They are built by covenant loyalty, through priesthood authority, through temple covenants, through Christ's enabling power. We cannot afford to treat eternal families like a comforting idea. They are the purpose of the plan. They cannot be an optional priority. When I walk into the temple, I don't just see a building. I see covenants that lead to eternal families and exaltation. I see what the restoration made possible. President Oaks wasn't just repeating or reteaching the same old doctrine. He was clarifying the destination. Eternal families are not just a nice church teaching. Eternal families are where the plan of salvation leads. The plan of salvation is designed to exalt the children of God in eternal families, and that should shape how we live right now.